Steve Bannon suggested that Donald Trump's lawyers paid off 100 women who had sexual encounters with the then-candidate during the 2016 presidential campaign. Porn star Stephanie Clifford is said to have been paid $130,000 in 2016 to keep quiet about an alleged 2006 sexual encounter with Trump. And Bannon, in an interview for journalist Michael Wolff's tell-all book about the Trump White House fire and fury, suggested that Clifford wasn't the only woman to receive a similar payout. "Look, Kasowitz has known Trump for 25 years, Bannon allegedly said. Kasowitz has gotten him out of all kinds of jams. Kasowitz on the campaign, what did we have? 100 women. Kasowitz took care of all of them." The remark takes on new significance after the Wall Street Journal reported Friday that another of the president's lawyers, Michael Cohen, sent hush money to Clifford just weeks before the 2016 election. As part of the alleged deal, the 38-year-old agreed to not speak publicly about it. The alleged incident occurred at a hotel in Lake Tahoe during the July 2006 American Century Celebrity Golf Championship at the Edgewood Tahoe and State Line, Nevada. It was described this week in a Wall Street Journal report which disclosed the sum allegedly paid. In response to that report, the president's lawyer vehemently denied that any such sexual encounter ever occurred. On Friday, however, a friend of Clifford's came forward to say she had been told about it by her in 2006. Clifford's friend Elena Evans, who is also a porn star, told the Daily Beast that how Clifford confided in her about it at the time and that she was even invited into the hotel room for a threesome, an invitation she declined. "All I'm going to say is, I ended up with Donald in his hotel room. Picture him chasing me around his hotel room in his tighty-whities," she is alleged to have said. In 2006, Trump had been married to the First Lady for a year. Evans and Clifford were close friends at that time, and were also neighbors. The women were staying at a hotel near Lake Tahoe, which was documented in photos from that time. Trump was there for the American Century Championship at Edgewood Tahoe Golf Course in Nevada. One such photo is of Clifford and Trump posing together at the tournament. "Stormy said she met Donald Trump and then tells me about the golf tournament and how she's supposed to hang out with him later that night, and she invited me," Evans said. That evening, Evans claims, Clifford called her several times to come over and join them. She also claims during one of those calls, Trump himself tried to coax her over. "Stormy calls me 4 or 5 times, by the last 2 phone calls she's with Donald and I can hear him, and he's talking through the phone to me saying, 'Oh come on Alana, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun,'" Evans said. Evans said Trump continued to try to entice her, adding, "Come to the party, we're waiting for you." Trump's third wife Melania had given birth to their son, Barron, just months before. "I was like, OMG. It's Donald Trump," Evans said. "Men like him scare me because they have so much power, and this was way before his presidential nomination. So I bailed on them and turned my phone off." The following morning, Evans apologized for not meeting up with Daniels, at which point Clifford told her about Trump chasing her in his tighty-whities. "I was like, oh, I really didn't need to hear that," Evans said. Then she said he offered her keys to his condos in Florida, and I was like, wow, guess you had a good night, and that was the last we ever spoke of it. Friday night, Cohen, for the second time in a day, denied that Trump had an affair with Clifford. "These rumors have circulated time and again since 2011, Cohen said in a statement to CNN. President Trump once again vehemently denies any such occurrences, has Ms. Daniels. A White House official said in a statement, "These are old, recycled reports, which were published and strongly denied prior to the election." Clifford said in a January 10 statement, which she signed with her stage name, that neither the affair nor the payoff took place. "If I did indeed have a relationship with Donald Trump, trust me, you wouldn't be reading about it in the news," Clifford said in the statement that Cohen provided to news outlets, "You would be reading about it in my book." The future president was already married to his third wife, Melania Trump, the current First Lady of the United States, at the time of the reported rendezvous. The couple wed in 2005. People familiar with the matter told the Journal that Cohen, the longtime head of the Trump Organization's legal department, worked out a non-disclosure agreement with Clifford's attorney to keep the matter quiet last year. Cohen did not comment on the $130,000 when asked about the payoff, the Journal says. Instead, the Trump lawyer replied, "President Trump once again vehemently denies any such occurrences, has Ms. Daniels. This is now the second time that you are raising outlandish allegations against my client. You have attempted to perpetuate this false narrative for over a year, a narrative that has been consistently denied by all parties since at least 2011, he said. The Journal had previously reported that Daniels had been in talks with Good Morning America in 2016 to make an appearance. It also claimed the National Enquirer's parent company bought a former Playboy centerfold model's story for $150,000 3 months before the election only to bury it. A lawyer for Clifford, Keith Davidson, confirmed that he had previously represented the porn star. However, he said, attorney-client privilege prohibits me from commenting on my client's legal matters. Cohen no longer works for the Trump Organization. He left after close to a decade after the election. He still acts as Trump's personal attorney, however. Trump's alleged tête-à-tête with Clifford, aka Daniels, is not synonymous with the sexual harassment allegations that have been dogging the president. Their encounter was said by the Journal to have been consensual. The alleged check to the former adult film star that the Journal revealed would have landed just as Trump was being lambasted in the press for his claim on a 2005 tape that because he was a star he could grab women by the PY with no recourse. The president apologized for the comments and denied that he'd ever sexually assaulted women. Prior to winning the presidency, Trump sat atop the Trump Organization. The real estate mogul was also the star of The Apprentice and The Celebrity Apprentice. Clifford appeared in 150 porn films, the Journal reported, and had a relationship with Trump when she was 27. Porn star Jessica Drake also claims that she had an encounter with Trump at the same golf event, but she says hers was not consensual. She has accused Trump of forcibly kissing her and 2 other women in a hotel suite.